Hello.
Here we are. So, Sage, do you want to? You're the GM. Do you want to give a little intro?
So welcome, everyone, to Tremulus, the Madness Submerged. This features our three intrepid brothers going on a deep-sea adventure aboard a submarine called the USS Erebus. Tremulus is a powered by the Apocalypse game featuring cosmic horror, and it'll be fun.
Hell yeah.
No spoilers.
Yeah, Daddy-o. It really jives with my,
You're killing it.
I don't know.
Mark and I, at least as far as I know, Mark and I have never played a tabletop RPG before.
Never.
Wow.
So I'm going in blind.
We did this. We made characters together, but I would like if we could introduce them. I guess.
All right.
Sort of,
Yeah.
a little description.
I'm a bit of a portly chef. That's basically my character.
Mm-hmm.
I got some serious trust issues. I don't really trust that Klungelson guy. He's super rich. I'm like pretty poor, so it's a little sketchy, you know. Oh yeah, I have an assortment of knives and a first aid kit. That's so be wary.
Awesome.
I trust Lester because that man plays saxophone, and anyone who plays sax is trustworthy. And Klungelson, again, pretty neutral. I'm very passionate. I'm very weak. I'm somewhat lucky, and I have good affinity. I'm like very, very charismatic and charming. A lot of that has to do with the chef's serving personality and stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I have an apron,
Yeah.
which is, I'm supposed to have a round face, but we're gonna pretend that this is round.
Yeah.
We're also going to pretend I'm completely bald except for a soul patch. So.
Yeah.
Yes. I thought you would commit to that. Honestly, I'm a little bit disappointed. My character is Arthur Klungelson. My great uncle was the first person to make it to the South Pole, and that's an indisputable fact.
Unquestionably correct.
Unquestionably correct. I'm dressed in unusual casual clothing.
Hence the furs.
Let's see. I'm the expedition guide role, so I hope to kind of be the one who leads us to the end of the expedition. Possibly entirely for the glory of it, but you'd never catch me saying that. So.
Yeah. So you've been working pretty close with Captain Hollinger, who is she is the captain of the Erebus.
Right.
You are like her second in command, her very trusted sort of navigator.
My name is Lester Larson. I am a mechanic on the Erebus. I'm a big fan of jazz. I've got a soul patch, and I have a smuggled on a secret saxophone that I play.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure everyone can hear, so it's no longer a secret saxophone, but we can pretend. I've got a small shop in my bunk that people can stop by, and I'll sell them parts or barter with them for parts. And I also have a small kind of personal submersible unit named the Meredith. She's like she's my pride and everything. Yeah, I think that's
Awesome.
that's about it.
The Meredith is docked in the Erebus's sort of lower deck area where there is a certain airlock where you can launch the submarine from the bigger submarine without having to surface, which is a pretty interesting technology that they've developed for this expedition.
In the 1960s. Yeah.
1962. Height of the Cold War.
I remember 62.
Sort of. You do?
No.
We three immortal brothers. So let's get started. You three are crew on the USS Erebus, a submarine whose mission is to journey to the North Pole, where the U.S. government has detected very strange seismic activity they suspect this seismic activity is Russian drilling operations. And they're sending you as sort of a science team slash strike force. Almost.
They're sending the boys.
They're sending the boys. A strike force in the sense of, like, if you need to defend yourselves or perhaps cripple some Soviet industry, you can do that.
Right.
So there are soldiers on board, but there's also a team of scientists. The expedition is scheduled to take about roughly like a month and a half. We're about 3 weeks into the journey right now. Well, more like 2 weeks into the journey. And the klaxons, the alarms in the submarine are blaring right now. It is 2 in the morning, and you've all been awoken by the sound of the alarms. What are you all doing?
I was asleep. But now I'm frantically throwing my furs on.
I was in the middle of listening to John Coltrane and playing air saxophone alongside, but now I am rushing to see what's up.
I'm actually still in the process of waking up because I think it's in my dream and it's my oven alarm beeping.
Mm-hmm. You're like slamming the bedside table, just like, shut up, 5 more minutes.
Shut up!
Yeah, exactly. I don't realize that there's actually a problem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the PA system kicks on, like the announcement, and the captain says, you hear her voice coming through. Submarine detected. All crew to their positions.
Well, there's not a lot I can do as a mechanic. I'm not much of a fighter, but I'm prepared to repair damage should it happen.
Yeah.
Honestly, none of us are particularly scrappy.
Klungleson, you're throwing yourself out of your bed when you hear, like, Klungleson to the bridge.
Here I go. Whether or not I am presentable doesn't matter to me, so I'll just head right there.
In, like, your underclothes and, like, your captain's hat, like, you just meant to throw on, like, your furs.
You can't see the bottom half, but it's just underwear, and the furs are wrapped around.
Awesome.
Okay.
I'm just hoping that no one calls for Chesterton.
One of the soldiers
I'm also
like,
hoping
I need a
that
snack.
the submarine that detected wasn't Meredith.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, true.
No, I think you have the keys to Meredith. She is safe and sound. Someone took her for a joyride.
Okay. Yeah.
I was too invested in Coltrane to notice that someone took the keys from my pocket.
So Klungleson, you get to the bridge and you see Captain Hollinger in her full Navy regalia.
Ooh, boy.
And she sort of eyes you up and down and says, "What the hell are you wearing?"
Well, Captain, with all due respect, it's 2 a.m. and honestly, by the time your announcement hit me, I wasn't fully dressed, but I figured,
you know,
better to ask forgiveness than permission, right?
That's dedication. Come here. And she walks with you to a console where you see a radar with the circle sort of pinging, the classic buttons and stuff like that. And off to the port, off to your port side, about a mile out, you see a blip. And through the darkness, they've illuminated these headlights, these very powerful lamps in the ocean, and you see a submarine having perched itself on the side of a ridge, it's sort of overhanging this ridge that you're looking at, and it doesn't really look like it's moving.
Can we approach? Is there any way we can approach?
Of course there's a way to approach, but I'm worried if it's safe or not. You see, we've been getting more and more of that seismic activity. It's been jostling the craft, and
Right.
If we get any closer, I'm afraid we might make contact.
With what?
She walks you closer to the like the edge, like so you're looking out the viewport, like the big sort of window at the front of the submarine, and she says, "That," and she points down, and you see at the very bottom of this chasm, sort of in the darkness, there is the wreckage of a second submarine. And up above, she points at like glaciers or like big chunks of ice, and she says, "This is dangerous water. I need a good guide to get us through." One of the bosuns says, "Should we investigate the other submarine? It's still perched up there. It's not wrecked yet."
I would like to, but I understand that it would be dangerous.
So this is a great time to make your first roll, Klungelson.
Ready.
If you would like to sort of investigate for dangers,
Mhm.
the move for that is poke around.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll plus luck. Okay. When you poke around a place by physically looking for things, roll plus luck.
Gotcha.
On a 7 to 9, which is what you rolled
Yeah.
an 8, you may find a hidden area or threshold in or out. You may find a minor item of my choice, or you may determine a physical hazard present.
Okay. I suppose we should determine the physical hazard.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yeah, so with your assessment, you see that the whole like ice sort of sheet above you shakes as a shockwave goes through the water, and you feel this earthquake sort of jostling everything, and you all have to like hold onto railings and stuff to keep your balance. And after this cascades of ice, like big chunks start like sinking into the ocean, like laden with rock just falling to the ground. And you also see that this submarine is actually a Russian submarine. The side says TK-619.
I'm not sure where to go from here. It's obviously
Mm-hmm.
it's obviously too dangerous to go like to physically go to the Russian sub.
Well, we do have the Meredith.
That's true. Should we
The Meredith could navigate that just fine. The chunks of ice are way too big for it to, have any effect. As long as you pilot right?
should we call up the saxophone man?
I suppose.
Sax man Larson to the bridge, perhaps?
I know you want to say it. Go ahead. She like presses the PA button.
Sax man Larson, report to the bridge.
And I huff and puff my way up there. And
Ah,
go like that.
Larson. Good.
How's
We
it
need you to
going?
prep the Meredith.
You got it, Cap. I kind of get my little keychain out from my pocket and kind of jingle it around. Who's coming?
She points to the Russian submarine sitting on the edge of the chasm, as another shockwave sort of reverberates, and you see it slides closer to the edge. And she says, "What's your opinion? We need to take the Meredith there to investigate."
Well, I definitely don't want her getting torpedoed or anything, Cap, but
Mhm.
I'll go ahead and check if that's what you want.
I wouldn't worry too much about being torpedoed. We're not facing their weapons systems, and if they wake up in time, we'll blast them out of the water before they even have a chance to know what's coming.
Meredith is a sturdy gal, too. She can probably survive a hit or two.
Good. I expect no less.
Alright, I jingle my keys again. Who's coming?
She looks to you, Klungelson.
I am, for one.
You want to go over there with Mr. Larson here and take 2 of my soldiers?
Yes, I really, really do.
All right.
But it's 2 in the morning, and I could kind of use a snack.
Oh, of course. You know, I was just about to say the same thing, honestly.
We have to bring Chesterton, I think.
Well, that might not be a horrible idea. I don't want to risk his life, but that's a bit of a gamble because if he is on board, he could provide insights about what sort of food they were using, the scientific nature of their being there.
He's
What do
got
you
all
think?
those knives too. I wouldn't mess with him.
It's true,
Yes,
he's got
he
the
is
secret knife collection.
He's a very hardy man.
Or we could just have him make us a couple sandwiches and get the hell on our way. We could do that as well.
As you all are having this discussion, the doors of the bridge open, and a couple soldiers take a saluting stance as Major Grant Beckett comes aboard the bridge. Major Grant Beckett is a military man. He was sent here on this expedition by the United States military to sort of oversee operations. And his presence, along with his company of soldiers, has been a bit of contentious with the mariners.
So we can take care of ourselves.
Speak for
Beckett
yourself. I enjoy their presence.
That's true. Calvin's got... I mean, Chesterton's got a willing audience for his food.
I also can bench maybe the bar on a good day. So it's nice.
Grant Beckett says, "What is going on? It's 2 a.m. and I expected... Oh, Russians." He just points to the submarine.
Correct.
We're going out to investigate them, Daddy-o. Fear not.
Well,
And you're lucky enough to be coming with us.
take 2 of my boys with you.
Mm-hmm.
Actually,
They're much better suited for this sort of thing than Captain Hollinger's.
How many does the Meredith seat?
The Meredith seats 4 comfortably.
Yes.
But you could squeeze a 5th in there, but you'd have to sacrifice some supplies or like tools or something like that.
I don't know if we need 5, right?
Hollinger shrugs. I think the more the merrier.
Okay. Then what are we gonna have to sacrifice to have a 5th person with us?
She looks to Larson and she says, "Well, the Meredith has scuba suits, air tanks, and an onboard repair kit. But you shouldn't need the repair kit if you're just making that short of a trip, right?"
Probably not.
Theoretically not.
Okay. Well, there you have it.
I'll do as the guide commands.
Very well. We can toss the tools.
Okay.
But I don't like it.
Me neither. Major Grant Beckett says, "Is that fear, Klungleson? Is that fear I smell?"
Yes. Have you seen it? It's a submarine teetering on the edge of a chasm, and there's earthquakes every 10 seconds. Of course it's fear.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
He just sort of looks uncomfortable now.
Good.
All right, you guys get like, suited up and ready to go.
Who is the 5th member?
Can't bring this with me. It can't let it get dirty.
Mm-hmm.
Who are the 5 members that are going aboard the Meredith?
So I think it's the 3 of you, as well as
Wait, what?
2.
I thought I was just making sandwiches.
Oh no, we're bringing you.
No,
need you with us.
you really shouldn't sacrifice repair tools for me.
It's too late.
We're all very hungry.
I don't like
we're in need
this.
of some good food.
We already tossed the tools out of the airlock.
Oh no!
Just kidding. We didn't do that.
So yeah, we see our introduction of Chesterton, who comes sort of, down the hallway as you guys are leaving the bridge towards the Meredith.
Carrying a hamburger in each hand.
Yeah,
Secretly, we're bringing Chesterton just because we like him.
yeah. He's our emotional support.
Exactly.
Oh, you know what? That's true. If Larson's going, I'll go because I really like Larson and I like the saxophone. I like
Captain
to cook to
Hollinger
jazz.
says, if you find any supplies that are salvageable, Chesterton, make sure you can load them back onto the Meredith. We're not running low, but it would be nice to have more, just in case.
Well, since I was once a Boy Scout, I like to stick with the motto of be prepared.
Great.
Good.
Then you will be.
Indeed. In case you guys can't tell, I'm quite out of my depth in this situation, literally.
That was pretty funny.
Thank you.
And
I'm a
she
comedian
sort of
on this.
leans in. She sort of leans in closer to you, Chesterton, and she says, "And if you can find any of their stolichnia, even better." And she makes like a drinking motion.
Yes, I will keep an eye out.
Understood. I don't know why I said that. I didn't hear it.
You didn't hear it. Thank you for acknowledging that. It's always
It's a vodka of some kind.
yes,
Russian
yes,
vodka.
yes. I gather that much. Anything that's at least 80 proof, I'll take.
Yeah.
Oof.
Oh yeah, it is.
Oh no, it has to be high content.
It's like 120.
Side plot, we're all gonna get drunk.
That was fun. All right, should we hop aboard the Meredith?
Suppose
Jason's
so.
hungry.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
You hop aboard the Meredith with a couple of troops, who have assault rifles.
The
Their names
the guns
are...
make me rather nervous.
Mhm.
I'm picking
Their
up
names
some,
are John Faraday and Levi Gaines.
Okay.
John Faraday and Levi Gaines. All right. When I turn on the sub, my radio starts playing some Russian jazz, and I'm picking up on the radio. The
Yeah.
famous Russian jazz music.
Famous Russian jazz.
Naturally.
And John Faraday says, "Oh man, I love this song." He starts like snapping his fingers, sort of waving.
Hell yeah, daddy.
How do you know Russian jazz?
Klungelson sighs distastefully. He's not a jazz fan.
Chesterton's an American jazz fan. He doesn't trust the Russians.
He's an all-American boy. Used to be a diner
Yeah.
chef or
Diner.
something.
Yep, I owned a diner, and then I was recruited into the Navy. Actually, I was just about to say that.
Chesterton's blue plate special.
Where's our grub, boss?
Well,
I'll
as
worry
you can
about the
see,
music, you worry about the food.
I brought a hamburger in each hand, but unfortunately there are 5 of us. I should have thought a little farther ahead. So I guess we're gonna have to divide each one into approximately fifths, and then we can each take 2/5.
John Faraday says, "Hey, this is communism."
Well,
Shut up and eat the food.
okay.
It's always good, Chesterton. They eat their fifths.
You can't say it's communism if we're eating cheeseburgers, all right?
They're hamburgers. There's no cheese on them. We're trying to lose
Can
weight.
I ask you?
Well, you should probably know what you're eating, and since I'm the only one who's cooking, you should know that I'm trying to slim down, and therefore am not using cheese on these burgers.
So you all load into
That's
the
fair enough.
Meredith. And there are a few other mechanics who report to Larson, who get the ship ready. They sort of fill the airlock, and you all see like water filling up inside. Just gonna sort of as it
Oh boy.
fills over the viewport.
Delicious Arctic seawater.
Yeah.
Yum.
Nice and chilly.
And as the airlock door opens, I would love for you, Larson, to roll Act Under Pressure to successfully pilot the Meredith to the Russian submarine.
Oh, literally
An
pressure
act under
because
pressure
we're under the
is
water.
with reason.
So roll reason plus one.
When you hurriedly flee, are doing something quickly and precisely, or are trying to resist something
boy.
frightening, roll plus reason.
Okay.
Okay.
I told you I didn't want to come here.
Good thing we've got those
s-
tools, right?
Oh, wait.
So, not all is lost here, because there is a move called help.
Okay.
So if one of you would like to try to help out Larson as he pilots the Meredith, you roll plus your trust with him. Tell me how you're helping him.
Well,
I
I
believe that Chesterton has a higher trust level with Larson than I do, so it's probably best if he does it.
Larson and I have been quite close over the past 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So I will roll for trust.
Awesome.
He makes the peanut butter. I make the jams.
Help him out.
Ooh boy.
Is this fun?
Yes. Actually, yeah.
Okay. Partial success. Okay.
9.
So on a partial success, that is only going to give him a +1. Unfortunately.
So that still fails.
So he has still failed the roll.
Shit.
But if we are really hoping for this, we don't want to fail now. Klungleson can also try to help out.
Might as well. Unbelievable!
Looks like we're all gonna die at the bottom of the
Lose
ocean.
a point of trust. Oh no.
So this is an unprecedented disaster, is what it looks like.
We didn't get enough sleep.
Yeah, seriously. Well, not all is lost. So as you
Campaign's
pilot the Meredith, another shockwave occurs.
Oh,
A big seismic just rumble, and you see more chunks of ice start falling.
Uh-oh.
knew this would happen.
And
You got rid of those damn tools.
Edward, you try to like reach across, and you call out, "Watch out!" And you try to like grab the joystick, I guess, or the controls to help like pilot it out of the way of this giant falling wad of ice and rock.
Falling death.
And I think one of your collection of many knives like falls out of your belt. And they start just like sliding all over the bottom of like the the sub as it's
Wait,
like,
I brought my
getting...
knives with me?
Yes, you did.
You bring them everywhere, dude.
Yeah.
Where do I keep
That's
them?
why we brought
Oh,
you.
no, I remember. That's right. It's a little late, but I remember I actually keep them, like, stuck down my pants, like, in between my belt and my... Yeah, right.
Okay.
Bleed
So, yeah,
side down.
these knives fall out of your pants, and they start just, like, getting bumped all around the cabin, just, like, bouncing off the walls as the submarine just gets jostled. And Klungleson, you try to help out. You try to, like, reach over and, kind of get things under control by pointing out a path you see. But I think what happens is the chunk of ice hits the Meredith.
It's not helping.
Oh, boy.
And the viewport develops a big like crack right down the center of it. It has not broken, but it's like the crack is like currently spider webbing out.
Is water rushing in yet?
Water is trickling in. It's not rushing.
Oh, it ain't rushing.
How?
Well, good thing I brought my toolbox.
No, you didn't.
No, we didn't.
You brought me.
We brought Chesterton instead.
No, I brought a toolbox.
Yeah, he has a personal toolkit that is like...
I've got a personal toolbox.
Yeah.
Does it have Flex Seal?
It hasn't been invented yet. Our Lord
You
and Savior
invented
hasn't
it.
been born yet. Don't tell them.
Okay.
We can't let the Reds know.
All right. Is there a way I can repair this?
There is definitely a way you can repair it. It won't be pretty, but you can.
I just want to get back in
so-
one piece. Please.
Yeah.
Me too.
So you're currently like just sort of rolling over like the bottom of the ocean, and these knives are jumping everywhere, just sort of, bouncing, and they're very hazardous to be here.
Meanwhile, with my -1 might, I am far too weak to try and catch them without cutting my hand off.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
So fixing machines for you usually takes about 1d6 hours, but I think repairing like a big crack like that won't take nearly as long. You can
Okay.
do it. So go ahead and roll plus reason.
Okay.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll 1d6 to see how many parts you use.
Okay.
So you can do that by typing /r space. Yeah, you got it. All right. So you use 2 of your 8 parts.
Okay.
Tell us how you patched the crack.
Well, first I looked around for any kind of sealant.
Mm-hmm.
And I've managed to find some sealant, but it wasn't quite strong enough. So I used up my sealant, and then I added a little bit of a strong back to it, so that it wouldn't break.
Oh, yes, you
Yeah,
braced
like
it.
a few like metal sheets, and like you've sprayed like a sort of fast drying foam on there. Yeah, I love that.
Okay.
It's
Yeah, you get it
flexible.
Okay.
patched up. At about the same time that Klingleson regains control of the craft, I think there is still a about halfway journey for you guys to go before you reach the submarine.
All right.
But now there's like sort of a maze of chunks of ice at the bottom that you have to like sort of navigate around.
Great.